Hey everyone, it's me, Alex, your average 28-year-old software dev grinding away in the heart of Seattle's tech scene. Picture this. Rainy afternoons in a glass-walled office at Innovatech, where the coffee's always cold and the deadlines hit like freight trains. I've been pulling all-nighters for months on this killer app, a smart inventory system that could predict stock shortages before they happened, saving companies millions. It was my baby, born from late-night sketches on napkins and endless lines of code that made my laptop hum like a beehive. The hook that still gives me chills? It was presentation day. Our quarterly board meeting, the one where ideas live or die. I walked into that conference room, heart pounding, USB drive in hand. My boss, Greg, the slick 45-year-old VP with perpetual 5 o'clock shadow and a tie that screamed, "I own this place," was already there, schmoozing the execs. I plugged in, hit play, and watched my demo unfold. Sleek animations, real-time data flows, the whole 9 yards. The room erupted in nods and murmurs. "This could be huge," the CEO said, eyes lighting up. I was beaming, finally feeling like I'd made it. But then Greg cleared his throat. "Alex, great foundation," he said with that fake menace smile. "I've been iterating on this. Took your core concept and added some enterprise-level tweaks." My stomach dropped. He clicked to his slides, and there it was. My exact UI, my algorithms, even the quirky error message I coded as an inside joke about Ghost in the Machine. He'd slapped his name on it, buried my contributions in fine print, and pitched it as his brainchild. The execs bought it hook, line, and sinker. Promotion? Mine. Budget approval? His. I sat there, fists clenched on the table, the rain pattering against the window like mocking applause. The build-up was pure hell. Over the next weeks, Greg paraded his app around like a trophy. Team meetings turned into ego fest where he credited me with vague nods. Alex helped with the basics, while stealing every kudo. I watched colleagues congratulate him, oblivious to the theft. My performance reviews tanked. He nitpicked my lack of initiative. Sleepless nights blurred into days of second-guessing. Should I confront him? Quit? The tech world's cutthroat. I'd seen friends blackball for less. But something snapped during a late shift, staring at my backup files. Those timestamps didn't lie. Every commit, every edit, traced back to me. Greg had forked my repo weeks ago, scrubbed the history, and rebuilt it under his branch. Rage boiled into resolve. This wasn't just about credit. It was survival. Twist one hit, like a plot twist in a thriller. I started small, planted a digital Easter egg. Deep in the code, I embedded a harmless backdoor. A routine that, on the 13th of every month, would flash a single word on the admin dashboard. Borrowed? Visible only to root access. Harmless, but poetic. The app launched internally, and sure enough, on October 13th, Greg's screen lit up during a demo. He froze. Face paling as execs leaned in. "Glitch," he stammered, slamming his laptop shut. But I was just warming up. Twist two? I went nuclear. Quietly, I reached out to our external auditors, those suits who combed through IP for compliance. Anonymously, of course. Attached my original repo. Emails timestamped from before his iterations. Even a side-by-side diff showing 92% overlap. They bit hard. 2 days later, HR called an emergency all hands. Greg's office? Raided. Turns out, he'd done this before, pilfered from 3 other devs, pocketing bonuses. The company clawed back his promotion, slapped him with a non-compete that exiled him to some dead-end consulting gig in Spokane. And me? They fast-tracked my lead dev role with a fat raise and equity bump. The cherry on top, at the next meeting, the CEO handed me the mic. "Alex, this app's yours. Let's make history." Looking back, it wasn't just revenge. It was reclaiming my voice in a world that loves to silence the builders. If you ever had your thunder stolen, know this. The truth has a way of coding itself back into the light. What would you do in my shoes? Drop your story in the comments. I read every one. Like if this hit home. Subscribe for more wild tales. And I'll catch you in the next upload. Stay sharp out there.